um, in such kind of Sicilian position, usually white try to create some threats and some attack on king side, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not so easy because black is very solid and doesn't have any weakness. And when white extend too much his or her attack, then black can get a counterplay in the center or on the queen side.
Yes, for sure.
Uh,
So here the C file always is of interest to black, even sometimes
yeah,
sacrificing the rook. If you are a Sicilian player from white or black side, you should know those typical sacrifices. Rook takes c3 is one of them. Doubling the pawns, sometimes taking the e4 pawn for it. Yeah, now f4, which you mentioned, is on the board, and this e5 move is one of the critical ideas that both sides have to take under account. So now queen c7 or knight bd7 or maybe knight c6, I am expecting to be played because each of those moves is controlling the e5 square. That's like one of those critical squares
yeah,
here.
probably knight bd7 followed by bishop b7. You know
Mm-hmm.
what? This is something quite obvious for someone that is a strong player, but we have a lot. We have a crowd that is composed by many different kind of levels of chess players. When you play f4, means that your pawn on e4 cannot be defended anymore by any pawn, and so black will try to create in the future some pressure on e4 pawn. But if you don't play on white side f4, you cannot create any real attack on the king side. So white played f4. That means that in the future he wants to play f5 or e5. But both move as some plus and some minus because when you play e5, the bishop on b7 will become stronger, and also your pawn on e5 can become a weakness. Same time, your bishop on g3 can attack the h7 square where your king is placed after his castling. If you play f5, is another story because black can reply with e5 or stay with the pawn on e6 and maybe occupy the e5 square by a knight that jumps on e5. And again, everything can happen. A different kind of situation creates weaknesses and good spot for both sides. And so sooner or later, the game will become more fighting.
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing that because it's a very rich position. Sometimes even g4, g5 is played in those
Yeah.
structures. Usually, people prefer bishop on f3, but not always.